Is he selling hot dogs to the crews that just stop here randomly? The fuck? He is out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Bumfuck nowhere. There we go. Is down on power. You will cross over. Yeah, we're crossing over. Alright, cool. So we'll kind of shut down the throttle just a tad. That's BNSF, so it's the H, LA, okay. Center track, eh? So we're going on the center track? Cool. So there's a train that's sluggish on power. It's underpowered. That's gonna be fun. Surprised it's a 6 a.m. start time, and it looks like it's like the middle of the day here. That's impressive. I wonder what sunrise is on during the middle of summer in this route. That's impressive. Should check that, actually. Okay, we've got an approach. We'll keep our train steady here. We'll come up through here. Oh, that's actually, now that I think about it, that's probably going to be a good thumbnail. Because I think we've got a race to come up to. Yeah, diverging approach. Diverging approach, boys. Yeah, diverging approach. And the tracks are aligned for us. On the center track here. And we're getting into the mountains. Alright, let's go. Let's go! Got an approach. 45 limit coming up here. We have a 45 limit. We've got a diverging approach coming up. We passed the diverging approach, actually. I just noticed that. There's our switch. Got a red block coming up here. Woo! Oh, the speed's on the... Okay, interesting. So that's a 50 mile an hour limit? See that crossover? That is interesting. We've been notch 7 for a while, so I'm going to try and get this up. Run down the center track. Time for a race. See if we can catch the other train. There's a train just up ahead of us. It's going to be interesting. Alright. So now we've crossed over onto the center track. Yeah. It's really interesting. How much farther we got, I wonder? Should check on that. So that's the Union Pacific Main Line right up there. That's a thing. I think that's the Union Pacific Main Line. Yeah, that has to be. Ah, there it is. Train's just up ahead. Yeah, we're gonna race. We're gonna catch it. That's cool. Got a red block coming up. 35 limit though. Holy shit. It's about a mile out, but I'm gonna shut down the throttle a little bit. Until we just kind of naturally get to that speed. We've got... Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Woo! Yeah, it's definitely sluggish. That is interesting. I can tell. That is the waypoint here. So are we operating ST60s? No, we're operating the old ES44s. Got it. I'm going to go up to this S-bend here. Alright, we're at 35. We can kind of keep it moving. Let's make sure we're keeping our speed steady here as we come up to the 35 limit. Yeah, we're gonna be on this track here, Ev. Alright, cool. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. This is gonna be a perfect shot, boys. Because I can see my train off in the distance there. Yeah, we're there. Boing! There we go, we got an approach. Yeah, he's slugging it. Meanwhile, we are racing up this hill. Woo! Another shot for you, boys. Another rail fanning shot. Well, that could have gone better. I didn't even know there was another train coming our way. 3 trains? Holy moly. That's fun. There's another intermodal too. I need to take that shot a little better next time. That was actually fun. Got another S-bend up here. We could probably do this shot here. Yeah, this will work. What's our speed? 35? Yeah, we're good. Got it coming through. You should see the other train coming around the corner here. Hopefully. There's a couple good shots in this video, I will admit. We have now recorded 53 minutes. This is actually definitely something I do like, honestly. These long piggyback trains. I see the headlight of the other locomotive coming our way. There he is. There's the slow beast. And we have overtaken him. That is... Now that's a cool shot. Because you see the other train coming our way. He's got his number boards on too, which is nice. I feel like you should hear a bell. Oh, that's a cool shot. Bam! Right there. Wow. Yeah, I am... That's actually pretty cool. I probably won't be able to handle the camera, keep the camera right here for a little bit. What was that rave beat I just did there for? What the hell? But I probably won't be able to keep the camera here for very long. We'll get at least a couple cars out of the way. Yeah. Oh, we're at 39. I figured as much. Back to our locomotive. And we've got an approach and a 45 coming up here. Cool. Cool. And we've got another 2. What the hell? Where'd the lady go? We have picked up another crew member. Fair enough. I'm not too bothered by it. Alright, we're in the heart of the mountains now, boys. Full rig. Alright, we're clear through there. We're picking up speed again. That's good. Alright, we're good. Gotta angle your train. You gotta angle the camera just right to get those shots pretty well. And there's very few spots where you can get 3 trained meets like that. What is that? Is that a floating tree? No, it's not. Okay. I thought that was a floating tree for a second. It's like, wait a minute. 2% grade. Got a milepost and a mile. Or not a milepost. What was it? It's in 2 miles, first of all. But it's waypoint. That's it. That's a waypoint. Okay. Yeah, we are well under the point limit here. Doing too much rail fanning. That's all I'm doing. I'm foaming. Yep. We're at track speed. Right around the corner here, sir. Whoa! Another good shot here, actually. Yeah, this is another good shot, actually. Let me take a screenshot of this. This one at least is decent enough where you're not getting like a whole bunch of crap in the way. Shot, there we go. And screenshot, screenshot. Super T. Let's go. Alright. San Gabriel Mountains climbing over here. We have got an approach coming up here at a 40 and a 50-mile-an-hour limit. Not very far from us, actually. So we should be able to pick up speed here in a second. If we can, but I'm not sure if we will. I think... Actually, let me check the schedule here. Because... Where's that? Oh, here it is. Yeah, we've got... Okay, we've got only a handful left. Okay. South. Yeah. So I think we're crossing back over. We might be crossing back over. I'm not sure. We'll see in a second here. Well, then again, we could be just staying on the center track for the rest of the trip. Who knows? This game is weird. Alright, we're notch 7. Coming up to the 50 limit, and then there's a 40 limit right after that for some weird reason. I'm not sure why. Unless we're crossing over. We might be crossing over. What's this signal up there? Signal indication. What are you? Are you a medium approach or a medium... approach medium, or what are you? Ah! Yes, we are crossing back over. So we were meant to go around it. Okay. Well, that's actually pretty cool. That explains the 50 limit then the 40 limit. That's interesting. There's a crossing up there. Small one, but a crossing. Oh, Lord. I think there's a crossing up there. Is there? I can't tell. There's more flat cars on the random siding. Crossing over. And we can get about to... no, we got a 35 coming up here. Alright, slow her down. Kind of jostling the train around a bit too much. Nope. Okay. Going on a horseshoe curve here. I assume we're going to see a Union Pacific train somewhere around here. And we got another red block. And we got a 30 coming up, actually. So on a 30-mile-an-hour curve. We got a bridge right here. What the hell's going on here? Two blasts of the horn as we go over the ditch crosser. Alright, about 3,000 feet from our waypoint, and the next red block is in 2 miles. What the hell? Huh, okay, cool. Yeah, we're on the steep bit now. We're on the grade. We've been on the grade for a while. We've been running pretty hard. I forgot to turn off the bell. Oh, damn it! We're crossing up here. Right up the crossing. There's no road there. What the hell? What was even that? I operate this route every now and again. I still get surprised by the random shit that's just dotted around. Funny. 30-mile-an-hour limit coming up. Got a red block. Oh, we got a... Oh, wow. We're gonna... Oh, I know this spot. I've operated another Santa Fe Super C out here. That's something I should probably do. Make a consist of the F7s pulling a TFC freight. Alright, we're here. The next waypoint. Next waypoint is... Where? What the hell is that? I didn't know there was a train out there. What's that? The Union Pacific, maybe? Maybe. I think... No, the Union Pacific main's over here, isn't it? I think that is the Union Pacific main on this side. I'm not sure. I think that's BNSF trackage over there. Yeah, that's BNSF trackage. Okay. We should be good. Out there, 30 limit. So I was able to see down there, but I'm a little impressed to see a train down there. Yeah, that's the... We're next to the Union Pacific trackage right here. So we've got 3 miles to go to our next waypoint. Good. Alright, slow her down. Not that fast. Whew. Alright. What is that? That's a weird building. It's an industrial building of some kind out in the middle of the desert. That Black Mesa? Would not be surprised. Then again, Black Mesa was blown to bits. Does look various. So it's definitely industrial. I wonder what it is. Like really in real life, honestly, not in like a joking fashion. What is that grade down there? What is that? Could that be the Union Pacific main? Or is this the Union Pacific main? I don't remember. Well, as soon as we come across a Union Pacific train, we'll know. Come on. We're doing okay. Sorry if the camera seems juddery and whatnot. I always have my hand on the mouse for some weird one reason or another. We're at 31. We need to shut it down a bit. I'll just do that so we don't have the mouse swinging around a bit. Shut down the throttle. Got a high green up ahead. Go notch 5. We're doing okay. Whew. Definitely feels like I'm out in the desert, considering the weather. within like 90. I think it's like 90 degrees right now in real light, like outside my house. Let me double check. It is 89 degrees as of recording, probably with high humidity. God knows it's high humidity out here. Okay, there we go. Speed has changed. We might get a silver or bronze, I'm not sure. One of the two. We're not getting a medal. Like, we're not getting the platinum, that's for sure. Come on, pick it up. This is a nice little S-bend. What the hell? That's impressive. Alright. Going around here. Yeah, this is an impressive little S-bend here. I like that. Yeah, let me try something here. Would we be able to get a good screenshot from this tower? Not really. Not in the most ideal position, honestly. I feel like the rear two locomotives are not on for some weird reason. I'm not sure. What the hell? Is there another train out there? Weird. Whatever. There goes the brakes. Brakes are kicking off. We got 2 more waypoints to get up. 4 miles? We're going away from it, apparently. That's fair. One of the longer trips, boys. Okay. At least it's a daytime scenario. Yeah, I haven't seen a Union Pacific Freight this entire run. I know they're on here. I know there's I know UP trains operate over Cajon Pass. I have not seen a Union Pacific Freight roll by. It'd be nice though. Look at here. Another signal. Oh shit! Crossing. Again, a road that leads nowhere. What the hell? Oh, there's the rest of our train. We're around a horseshoe. That's funny. Yeah. Derail over there. A high green. With the high greens. Clear. Okay, back in the cab. See how the logo sounds with the windows closed. It's very quiet in here. Oddly quiet. Oddly quiet once you close the windows. At least from how my recording session is going. Okay, shut the throttle down a bit. We're coming around another bend in the line. Holy hell! How much are we doing? Where are we going? Another notch on the throttle. Alright. Looks like we're gonna. Ah! Bright. My god. Alright. Whew. Yeah, this is definitely getting split into multiple parts. I'm looking down at the recording. It's already been an hour and 20 minutes into the recording. should be good. We're at 3,000 points, so not too bad. Alright, there's a glare on the window screen. That's kind of cool. I didn't talk... Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't talk about this locomotive too much. I might have to save that for another episode, another video. But Repo did a great job porting these locomotives over to Train Sim World. And yes, they are Repo's models. They are the models he used for Train Sim Classic. They're just ported over to Train Sim World. The source files, the original source files and everything. And aside from the sound and the small audio quirks with them, they're basically not bad. I think some of the newer features, like going into the B unit here, there's a door on the B unit. Yeah, you can actually go in the cab of the B unit, the actual B unit, to move it around via its own power, which is kind of cool. That's one of those things where it's like, I feel like there should be scenarios built around the idea of hustling around the B unit, when you need to. Because you don't see that very often with locomotives. Like, B units have been phased out as of the 1960s, because units like the SD40s and the GP38s were more prevalent and more easy to operate compared to the B units, which were basically just boosters. They were not designed to be operated by themselves. And a lot of railroads actually did convert them to be cab units. I mean, the Cardinal cabs in particular are kind of the most infamous but famous examples of a B unit being converted to a cab unit. The Chicago Northwestern Railroad were the ones that operated the Cardinal cabs, and despite their looks, they actually are pretty cool. Despite what some people say, I personally like the Cardinal cabs. They are very interesting look. What is that? There's another train coming our way. Should turn down the lights here a little bit. Medium. Let's turn it down to medium. What is that? What are you, sir? Another BNSF? And another BNSF. Oh, it's a GP60 this time. Cool. Okay. Alright, bright's back on. Climbing the hill. Coming up to a 40 limit coming up here, and a yellow block just up ahead. Which means we're actually getting close to our final stop, which is cool. We've been running this train for a while. Not with the safety systems, of course. So we're close to about 4,000 points. There's a crossing up there. That's the thing. Is that a crossing or is that just the track? That's just the track. Steel. Debating on what to use for the thumbnail shot of the first part, and then the thumbnail shot for the second part. I think I have a couple ideas. I might actually retake a screenshot. I might replay the scenario later with the ability to take, with the chase going on. Or the race. Not the chase, it's the race. Hello, sir. We're going quite... Oh, the speed's going pretty well. There we go. Yeah, that's gotta be the Union Pacific Main Line. I've not seen a single train go through there. There's the brakes. That's interesting. We're surrounded by tracks. There's a track over there. There's a track over there. We're on the two-track main line here. Interesting. We're doing okay. Not too bad. Just keep an eye on our speed and everything. Another ditch crosser over there. Actually. Another curve here, and that's our final waypoint before we get to our final stop. Okay. Should be good. We're running quite nicely. Finally. Granted, without any of the safety systems, that's been a bit of a problem with the points, but oh well. Not too bad. I bet you if I do this run with the safety system, I'll get the platinum pretty easily. Again, these point-to-point runs are not too bad. They're very easy to do. What is... Nah, it's the junction box. Interesting. Signal box right over there. Oh, both tracks rejoin the main here. Interesting. Because there's track number 3 over there, and we just got the 4th track back onto the main there. Oopsie. Oh well. I didn't realize we had Oh, it's because the grade is leveled out. Well, that was interesting. Oh, we must be getting close to Summit. Oh yeah, we are at Summit. Cool. Summit North track. Okay, cool. Okay, great. 7 feet. This is where things get... Oh, we now have a lot higher speed here that we can take. 40 miles an hour, actually. Don't slam the throttle on too hard, dear boy. Got an approach coming up here. That's 1,000 feet, and shortly after that, that's the waypoint. So we're going to stop at the very next signal, regardless of what we do. Okay, interesting. I'm going to notch it at notch 8. Don't be late! Sorry if I peeked the mic there. Cross over here. Approach. We got a flashing yellow. Not sure what that is, but okay. Got another signal block coming up here. Are we going downhill now? Yeah, we're technically going downhill. Alright, we'll shut down the throttle a little bit. Let the train coast. See what we can do. Boop. And we're stopping just ahead. What is that designation? So it's a general manifest. AXTWAT. What is that manifest? What is that train? Yeah, we are a Z train. Interesting. Alright, stop in 5 miles? Okay, we got quite a bit of ways. I thought we would be kind of climbing through here at kind of high speed here, so interesting. A little surprised that it's only about 4 miles away, 5 miles away. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely going to get split in the second 2 parts here. Holy crap. My God. Another 40 limit coming up here. And we're technically going down grade, but we haven't really sped, like, we haven't gone, like, off the cliff side yet. We definitely climbed quite a deal up the hill. Let's just get up to speed here. At least to 40 miles an hour before we slow down here. We're in the high desert, boys. High desert country. Another... What is that? No, not the signal box. Alright, run it down. Alright. We should be good there. Notch 1 should keep us steady. Yeah, there's a switch right there. Huh! Okay, interesting. Disused track on the side there. That must be an industrial spur. Pick up speed. Ah! Because we are on the hill. Okay, get the dynamic set. We're on 1.5 grade. We're on a 1.5 grade. We're going about 45, so about 5 miles over. No, slowing down now. There we go. Now we're picking up. We're slowing down now. Almost full dynamics. We're almost in full. I shut her down just a tad. Just needed to get down to 40 in a hurry. We got a 35. Oh, we got a 55 coming up after that. Huh. So we're crossing over, I guess. Interesting. Again. Well, that's interesting. Logo? What does that say? Can't. I'm not well versed in any of this shit. Yeah. Do we got the dynamics running on full? Almost full. I'll pick up the dynamics a little bit more. Number 100 is just flying down the hill here at like nearly 40 miles an hour. Oh, no. Keep it in full. Or keep it close to full, anyway. Dynamics are definitely helping us. Keep it steady. Alright, grade's leveling out here a little bit. Not too much. Alright, whew! Made it down the hill so far. Got about 2 miles to go. We have not really used the air too much, so the dynamics are able to hold us. Oh, what the fuck? Transferring over. Clunk, 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 clunk. Dynamics on 5. Is that another train coming our way? Or is that another train just sitting in the siding there? There's something up there that's coming our way. It's starting to spawn in too, which is interesting. Got a red block in 2.5 miles. Okay, I see now what's going on. Wait, is that a UP or is that a BNSF? That might be a BNSF. And another BNSF. Oh, that's the SD70s. No, ES44s. Never mind. 50-mile-an-hour limit coming up here, boys. Just gotta ease her down the grade. Ah, I'm stuck. Alright, 2 miles. Alright. Just gotta make sure we don't run off the edge of the cliff. Yeah, we might. Jesus Christ, voice crack. Yeah, we'll definitely get a reward for this. Not by much. I wonder what it is. 9,000 is platinum, but I'm wondering what was gold. Waypoint right over there. Signal's just coming up here too. Yeah, the H2 variants of these locomotives are actually pretty cool. I really do like the H2s. The dusty glass is kind of weird. Like, that glass looks dusty as all hell. Like, it hasn't been washed in a while. But aside from that, it's actually looking pretty good. It's a highway. Let me guess, that car disappears? No, it keeps going down the highway. Cool. Interesting. Well, at least that works as well as it does. Alright, we're gonna need to start applying locomotive brake, train brake rather, minimum application. Coming up to our waypoint here. Get ready with the stop. Alright, release the brakes. Yeah, we've seen nothing but BNSF rates on this run, which I guess is fair. They did say it was busy at the very beginning of the scenario. Alright, release the train, the throttle. Set up. Okay, we stopped way too abruptly there. Oh, no, the dynamics, as soon as I kicked off the dynamics. Alright, there's our waypoint. Signal is in... Oh, okay. Alright, we should be good. We kind of stopped too suddenly. We should be good. The fact that we do a little bit of downhill running is nice. I was hoping for a downhill run at some point. The train over here. Go on this side. I just keep it on top of the cab. Why not? Suicide camp. Oh god. The train kind of pick up speed here as we come up to our next waypoint. Put our dynamics on. Oh, there was a popping car. That's funny. We're about... Yeah, we're probably going to stop there just on the dot here, so we should be okay. Should be able to do it with mainly dynamics. Are we... Yeah, we're about 1,000 feet away, so get a little bit more of the dynamics. We'll let the dynamics kind of slow us down as much as they can. And then we've got a red block about 400 feet away from the stop point. Yeah, about 400 feet. Curves are biting us a little bit, but not by much. Alright, easy does it. Right to the station stop. Or station stop. Right to the stop point here, boys. There's the stop. Alright, when we see... Alright. Hopefully I don't run the red block here. Minimal application! There we go, there goes the brakes. Perfect! Okay, full service, train is stopped. Alright, we're good. The fuck? What was that? Huh, interesting. Okay then. We got silver. Okay, not too bad. Silver. And that was 5,302 points. I earned it. Okay. Okay, so before we do anything, I'm gonna go to the main menu here. So, main menu. And before I end the video, I want to kind of see what the goal was to get gold. Because we got silver, which is what we expected. I didn't expect to get platinum, but it's not too bad. Choose a route. Cajon Pass. Scenarios. And here we are. Ah, we were just shy of it. About 600 points later. If we got 600 more points, we would have probably gotten the gold. Okay. That's not too bad. Alright. Well, we'll deal with the next scenario later. So, like and comment down below. Subscribe if you guys want more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.